Libby's International Realty. I'm sitting down with Elizabeth Marshall with the State Farm office in Broad Ripple. She's going to tell us a little bit about the company, insurance, how she got started. So why don't you start with that, how the branch in Broad Ripple became a reality for you.
Awesome, sounds good. So we opened our office here at 61st and College in Broad Ripple in the Big Red House. It'll be 10 years, actually, on January 3rd. We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary.
Congratulations, that's exciting.
Yeah, we're excited, and we have 7 fully licensed team members that help with our clients. We have 3 that are dedicated to client care, 2 that are dedicated to working on new business, so that we've got great timely responses as people are going through the home purchase process.
Sure.
And then we have 2 people who are dedicated to support, including billing and claims concierge and things like that. So it's great.
Awesome. Now you're located obviously right in the Broad Ripple area, the heart of Broad Ripple. So what do you enjoy about being here in this location?
Sure. Well, the thing I love most about this location in particular is it feels like we're in the middle of we're a small town in the middle of a great big city. And so it has that small town feel here in Broad Ripple that we love, but we have easy access all over the city. So we work with clients all over Indianapolis and surrounding counties, and it makes it easy for them to get to us or us to get to them, so that we're able to really help them.
Sure. And you live in the Broad Ripple area as well?
We do, yeah, just a little less than a mile away from the office here. So my husband and I are raising our 5-year-old here, and we love the area.
Good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So being a Broad Ripple resident as well as business owner, is there anything you'd like to see change in the area?
I just love how there are so many engaged community members that are really focused on continuing to keep this such a vibrant community. And as a resident and business owner and being involved with the association, I think one of the key areas of focus is always diversity of businesses. So how do we get more daytime businesses to balance out our vibrant evening, entertainment district, if you will, and make sure that we're never a one-trick pony, that we're actually here always, and how do we best promote ourselves so people know they come at all times of day with families of all ages and people of all ages, and walk the moon on and get ice cream and go shopping and all of that. So that's one of the things that I've loved being a part of. So.
Awesome. Now back kind of to the insurance world. Insurance is a bit of a tricky topic for people, not something people love to talk about. So how do you kind of combat that and let them know how important it is to their daily lives?
Sure. Well, for us, it's really important just to provide information. And so ultimately what people choose to do on their policies is their choice, but we feel it's really important that they understand that there are limits in the policy and what limits they've selected, that there are options that they may have selected or may have rejected. Whether they remember doing that or not is sometimes another story. So for us, we always reach out to review policies. We reach out annually to our clients. We actually call every other year, and then we send a letter on the off years. Just so that we're continually touching base about what those coverage limits are, and make sure that their life hasn't changed in a way that may impact the policy. So we feel like that informational based approach we hope resonates well with clients, and that they never feel like they have to do something or we're trying to force them or push them to do something, but more just we're here as a resource and as a partner to help them understand the insurance world enough to be able to feel like they're making great decisions. So
sure. And then on the home purchase end of things, so in Broad Ripple, we're surrounded by a lot of older homes. How does insurance differ for an older home versus a newer construction home in some of the surrounding areas?
Sure. So insurance is more expensive in older homes. In newer homes, there's less chance, if the water heater is brand new, there's a less chance that that's going to rust and, have a sudden discharge of water in the home where there may be a claim. So in general, newer homes get discounts for newer utilities, but if somebody did a total gut job on a home here and did all new plumbing and all new HVAC and all new electrical, then we can actually give them the discount as if it were built as a brand new house. So that's kind of one fun fact on older homes. Older homes typically are a little bit more expensive to rebuild as well, because they're hardwood floors, they're built differently, the floor joists are a little bit closer together, and so sometimes the rebuild costs are a little bit higher on older homes. We do recommend in this area some of the key things to watch out for is, does your policy have coverage for backup of sewer and drain? Because that is a type of loss that we see a lot of. In our office, we always quote it with it on the policy. It is an option that sometimes clients remove, but it's really important here to know, if you've got coverage if that water backup happens. It's also important to know that your homeowner's policy would not cover the replacement of the main drain line from the house to the street. That if you want coverage for that, you need to get that through Citizens Energy. Their Utility Shield program would cover that for you. Some clients have questions about flood insurance if they're in a flood district, and we can help with those questions as well. So those are some of the factors on older homes.
Perfect. Speaking of flood insurance, I
Yes.
know Warfleet is at the top of a lot of people's minds. Can you give us just some takeaway points or the high points that we should know?
Sure, yeah. So the city has been analyzing different alignments as far as how the wall will finish. And actually, just yesterday, there was a press release announcing what their decision was. It's difficult. It's a difficult situation because there are people that have strong opinions on lots of different things on the flood wall, and all of them have very valid points. It appears that the city has made a decision on how they're going to move forward. The main thing to keep in mind is it's still going to be several years before that final decision could even be built, and then the Army Corps come back in and clear trees and then certify the wall so that people wouldn't have flood insurance. So the main thing is that it seems like it's moving forward, but it's going to still be a little while before we see any flood policies have to go away, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I kind of wanted to touch on your office. It's such a cool space, and it is actually an old home that you renovated, correct?
It is, yes, yeah. So when we bought it 10 years ago, we bought it from a family who lived here, and this was just their primary residence. They ran a small custom mailbox business out of the garage, and so we did a few renovations, but we really wanted to keep the home feel.
Sure.
Our thought was whether we're insuring folks who are starting in Broad Ripple, who stay in Broad Ripple or Meridian Kessler, or maybe who start here and then maybe they move to the suburbs, that this is the place that they come back to and they remember, oh, do you remember that cottage that we
Sure.
had that had the hardwood floors? And so we wanted to keep the house feel, and we hope that we've done that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
sitting down with me. It was very informative, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.